Hi and welcome to episode 10 of my Witcher 3 playthrough in New Game Plus mode on Death March difficulty. In the previous episode we went back to Lurch to see Yontek. We explained to Yontek the reason for the curse on the locals and that we needed to round them up and the gold and return them to the Hog Hut at the same time to break the curse. After escorting Yontek and the 9 survivors back to the Hog Hut, we were able to return the locals back to their normal self. We then travelled to Reardon Manor and cleared out the race for the Laurers before heading off to investigate the Shrieker contract. We discovered the Shrieker was a cockatrice and was able to dispatch it without much of an issue. After that, the next destination was the gravesite to leave the ring for the old woman we had met on the road. The gravesite was near the Pella and we could hear Princess in the distance. We placed the ring and used the magic lamp to see any past memories. We saw the old woman forgiving her husband. Once back in town, we could only find the old woman's granddaughter Lessie, which said her grandmother had been dead for many years, which meant the person we were talking to was actually a ghost. This explains why she got the name of the battle wrong. We went to see the Baron, informed him Tamara was in Oxenfurt, and the Baron insisted we go and make sure she is okay. He gave us a letter of safe conduct in return to make sure we don't have any issues travelling to the city. He also recounted the time he raced Ciri for his mare. After Ciri won the race, they were besieged by a flying beast, and while everyone else ran, Ciri took down the beast by herself. We then travelled around Velen to defeat all the top players of Qwent, earning their special cards as reward, the Baron being one of them. We now find ourselves in Bennek. Okay. What do we have? Let's just look at the map. The truth is in the stars. So this is the Dragonsroot for the Witcher senses. We might do that, considering how close it is. And then I'm thinking we'll do Ladies of the Wood and a Tower Full of Mice. We also have Fist of Fury, beat Smithy up here. But yeah, that one, and then that one, and then that one. I think, yep, that's probably the best. To get them out of the way. Okay.
Master, you going north perchance?
Oh, okay. Request.
You going north, Master?
Why do you ask?
I thought you could see if anything's happened to our men. They've been gone a while.
What do you need?
Merchant caravan came through not long past. Hired some of our boys to guide him to the bridge. They were due back yesterday.
Fine. Keep my eyes open.
Me brother Tomil led him. Talk to him when you find them. Clever man, not like the rest of them, eh?
Okay. Where would that be? Ah, it's just up the road. Level 75. We'll leave that alone for the time being. Anything else interesting in town?
Clogger seems unwell of late.
She told me it was some rotten meat she had.
Meat?
Got a
Where'd she get
windmill?
meat?
I don't know, but folks say our man's always going where they've been
Locked.
fighting.
Okay, what do we have in here? Booze. Aha.
Dragonsroot. Wonder if it can really help the old man see the future.
Drowners.
Black ones took Vizima. They'll take Novigrad too.
That hurt?
Take it easy. Let's go! Slower.
Oh, you're back.
Got what you asked for.
Thank ye. Now I need a moment. I see a wolf striving forward towards a solitary tower midst a blizzard. He follows the swallow, yet the swallow does not heed the wolf's howls, soaring higher and higher, for it knows 'tis its last flight. As to others say, so shall it be. Look for the signs. The world will perish amidst ice, and be reborn with the new sun. Reborn of the elder blood, of Hen-Iker, of a planted seed.
Ithleen's prophecy.
Leave me be. Go. Go now.
Interesting.
Black ones took Vizima. They'll take Novigrad too.
Naught for
Roach.
work, naught to eat.
Finds the water straight away. Okay, let's go down here. Bandits. These guys are quite organised. Got themselves a little fort here. Oh, somehow I fell off. Diagram. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah, on that one.
That's it, Roach.
In the wrong way.
Move it.
A bit of a shortcut. Sleeping bear.
Whoa!
Tools. Okay. This guy's level 66. It's an elbow. Okay, it regenerates itself. in the bestiary. Probably should have listened to trees. No. Ghouls? No, we don't have our ghouls in here. Even though we heard about them at the start of the game. See if Northern Wind will do anything. No, missed it. Interesting. I'm just going to power through this guy. Yeah. Locked. It doesn't look like anything important in there. Locked.
Run, Roach.
Oh, there's a town up here. Let's check the Noticeboard. Downwarren.
Not so fast, Roach.
Will darn and patch. If you wear it, I can patch it, sew it, darn it, or otherwise make it good as new or better. My hands work fast and steady. Thread and patches included in the price, but if more than an ell's worth of stuff is needed, you'll have to provide it yourself. Payment in eggs, grain, or potatoes preferred. Antonia. Wicker work. Handcrafts from wicker and birch, baskets, mats and more. We use wicker both white and dyed, with and without bark. On request, we can also make furniture, brooms and other household necessities. No pots, of course. Price negotiable. Crops accepted most eagerly. Matry and daughters. Pots and ceramics made and sold. Pots, mugs and vases, moulded and fired. All made of the purest clay, straight from byways. Everything to fit your fancy, decorated or plain, but all pretty as a milkmaid and twice as sturdy and slim and sound. Ratcatcher come to town. Rid your hut and yard of mice, rats and other furry vermin. For a bit extra, I'll see to the crawly creepy kind as well. Fast and effective, using the latest natural methods, a special magic flute from Hamonstein, which do no harm to plants nor friendly beasts. Reasonable prices, effectiveness guaranteed, a wandering ratcatcher. Free dog. Given me Roger too, any who cared for him. Well, I promise not to eat him. He's a lovely, well-behaved mutt. Harks the hand that feeds him, but I'll not left to feed him with. Perfect for guarding a yard or garden, or herding sheep at pasture. Awfully glad to sleep in a barn. If you can take him, come see Baxter. Contract, Monster of the Swamp. Anyone knows how to read this, and read it careful, so that it knows far and wide, or at least throughout the whole village. Out in the bog by where we dig peat, there's a beast that feeds on men and squirts out deadly mists all around itself. If you're good with a sword and looking for coin, know that I'll pay, and pay well, for that beast's head. And to everyone else, stay out of the accursed bog if you value your lives. Don't say I didn't warn you. Less laughs. And we've got a new marker, which is down here. What time is it? 9 PM. A sign on this house. Okay, yeah, yep, we read that one. Should be a vendor up here. Let's see if we can wake him up. Oh, okay, he's sleeping. They've got a little shop inside the house. Very nice. We'll wait, I suppose. We'll have a break. Do some meditation till 8. Okay. Reapply our decoctions. And we will meditate for a short while. That's it. And let's see the vendor.
Milk, freshly curdled milk. Eggs straight from the coop, nary a trace of shit on them.
Show me what you sell.
Yeah, he doesn't have much. He's got 160 crowns. It's interesting. Contract is sellable. Okay, we'll play a quick card game.
Don't know that I'm gonna buy anything, but I sure wouldn't mind a few rounds of Qwent.
We can't play that yet. Only play this. Deck is starting to get a bit stronger now. We'll definitely get rid of him. That's a good swap. 2 siege units. A lot of range. This guy plays monsters, so he's going to be very heavy in the melee. We'll try and get him to overextend. Okay, great, we've got a medic. We've got 10. Put 2 units in. And we can recover them with the medic, so. Okay, yep, that sounds good. So we're going to go do that. We're going to win the round. He'll most likely have Scorch. What have we got here? Clear any weather effects. 17. That's interesting. He doesn't have any other Crones. Okay. Easy. Torrential rain. Yeah, we don't need that.
Isn't easy. Not at all. Giddy up.
What do we have here? Oh my god. The Wyvern. Insta kill. What are these harpies? I think I'll hit him with this. Trail of treats.
Cook went in the kitchen, stole a hunk of meat. Cook gave him a licking, strung him by his feet. Cook then bled him empty, stripped his skin off clean.
Laughed and said, "How tasty, best sausage I have seen."
Cook's a stupid killer, shouldn't have ate the pup. Now we'll light a fire, gonna roast him up. 1, 2, 3, the one to fetch the kindlings, thee!
Interesting rhyme.
Don't know you, go away.
What are you doing out here alone?
We's not alone, we's with Gran.
But where did you all come from?
We's orphans.
All of you?
There's a war, so there's orphans. Didn't know that?
I'm looking for the witches of Crookback Bog.
You looks like a witch yourself. The witches of the bog. We can't go in the bog. Gran don't let us. When my brother Zemek went missing, Gran said it was 'cause he went in the woods and got lost. Gran cried an awful lot after that. He could still come back.
A young woman got lost in the swamp. She has ashen hair and a scar on her face. You kids see anyone like that?
Ain't no lassies here. What am I? You're no lassie. Lassie's got tits. They do. Heard an old man say once, when the army was here, he says, "Hide them lasses in the woods. They's dazzling the soldiers with their tits. And it's torturing the poor lads." That's what he said.
Interesting.
Listen, the girl I'm looking for, she's in trouble. I understand you might not want to help me, but you could try to help her.
How you know she was here?
I heard she visited the witches in the swamp.
But there's no witches here. There's only frogs. And snakes. And Johnny.
What's this talk? What kind of jabbering is this, eh? No one allowed here. Just kids. My kids. They're allowed. But who are you, wearing swords like a bandit?
You look after these kids?
They're my grandchildren.
Gran's good to us. Gonna be soup with scratchings for supper.
Kids get lost in the woods. I miss them. Seen them in the woods. No one has.
Who's Johnny?
Johnny ate a cat. Come the more in some furry shat.
Watch your language. They tells tales and tales, naught but tales.
You one of the witches of the swamp? I hear Crookback Bog.
Witch? Me? Nay, I've no broom nor owl and not one wart on me nose. Got a pretty nose, see?
Gwen's got a lovely beak.
Oh, you darling girl. Oh, kids are so sweet.
Just talking to the kids. Asked them if they'd seen a young woman.
I was a lovely young woman. Wore a long, beautiful braid my mummy did up for me. Had dresses with flowers on 'em.
Maybe you've seen her. Young, ashen hair.
You're betrothed?
Daughter, actually.
Daughter? My dear, sweet little daughter. And her sister. Where are they now? Maybe they've come to some harm?
Had about enough of this. Asked a simple question. You seen the woman or haven't you?
Fear not, children.
There's nought to fear, Gran. He's only angry 'cause he cares.
Maybe Johnny knows something. I'll take him to Johnny before he goes barmy on us.
Johnny's your invention, and you shouldn't be using those ugly words. To the hut. Go on now. You'll stand in the corner, I'll make sure you do. And you, stop scaring the little ones. Now go. Be gone.
Locked. Journey to the End of the World. We read this one before? Sirens. The Harpies' distant relatives are winged monsters found in the Skellige archipelago, most frequently an unpopulated isle or in the inaccessible coastal areas of populated ones. According to legend, they are daughters of the mythical winged giant Erasfalg, who lives on the edge of the world and births gales with the waving of his wings. Erasfalg's daughters seek out the company of giants and often make their nests near their lairs. These creatures attack boats and ships from the air, tearing sails and rigging to shreds and rendering the vessels immobile. At times they will snatch men or cattle from the deck and drop them from great heights to their death. They also attack travellers trekking across isolated beaches. Okay. That's our letter of safe conduct. That's our contract. And the other contract. Arrhenius, bestiary entry added. Sirens. What do they come under? Hybrids? Arrhenius. A merchant once told me I reminded him of Arrhenia. Naturally, I immediately teleported him to one of their nests so he could see for himself how ill-fitting a comparison it was. Littered net, the sorceress also known as Coral. Hard it is to imagine the Arrhenius found in Skellige are even more repulsive and dangerous than harpies, their close relatives. Though well-rotten carrion is their food of choice, they will not turn up their noses at fresh meat, man-flesh included. Okay, and grape shot and Ard. When they spy a potential victim, Arrhenius, like harpies or shishkas, will try to make full use of the strength and their numbers and their ability to control the skies. They will circle above their prey, then attack from several directions at once, striking with razor-sharp talons and tearing their targets to shreds. While attacking, they aim for the neck, eyes, and other vital organs, often causing their prey to bleed to death as a result. In this way, a small flock of Arrhenius is able to make quick work of a larger, better armed victims, who often are not able to defend themselves effectively from several opponents attacking at once. Sirens. Out at sea, if you hear a beautiful woman singing, turn the ship around at once, you understand, even if it means sailing straight back into a storm. Ariki of Hindarsfall. Advice given to his son before his first solo voyage. Like skilled hunters setting out wooden ducks to lure in drakes, sirens and lamias lure men near, using their own bodies as decoys. They can transform to resemble beautiful human maidens, though with tails covered in silver scales instead of legs. Once a naive sailor gets within arm's reach of these beautiful creatures, their faces suddenly turn to fang-filled, fish-like maws, and lovely tails promising unknown delights become sharp, death-dealing talons. One legend claims sirens and lamias were once friendly towards men, and supposedly were even known, albeit on rare occasions, to accept some sailors' clumsy attempts at courtship. In our day, however, they are decidedly aggressive, perhaps soured by the numerous kidnappings carried out by frustrated sea salts. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain these days: the monsters display no signs of goodwill, and so when spotting them, one should immediately reach for one's silver sword. Sirens and lamias, the sirens are more dangerous cousins, usually hunt in flocks, making use of their numbers as well as their ability to move effortlessly through the water and air. On the ground, however, they are virtually defenseless. Okay. So a wise tactic is to damage their fin-like wings to force them to land. The Igni sign proves effective when fighting against them. Threatened or injured sirens will let out a terrifying shriek, leaving their opponents stunned while they escape, and their sisters swoop down for an easy attack. So Arrhenius is Grape Shot, Ard, and Sirens is Grape Shot, Ard, and Igni. Okay. Oh, we got another one, Succubi. Again, good grief, woman, I'm spent. Lester of Smolton to the succubus a few days before taking vow of celibacy. Unlike other monsters, succubi and menads feel no desire to kill, do not crave human blood and usually do not in fact mean any harm at all. They are motivated by one thing and one thing only, an insatiable lust. They try in vain to slake this by engaging in sexual acts with any other human species they encounter. While it must be admitted that their victims rarely put up much resistance, this does not mean the succubi and minas do not present any danger. Their never-ending advances, though pleasurable at first, have pushed more than one man to madness or even death. Succubi and maenads usually can be found near human settlements, including small villages and populous cities. They prowl at night though when stricken by serious need, they will leave their lairs during the day as well. They shower their affections on men as well as women, the young as well as the old, the ugly as well as the beautiful. Some of them are particularly fond of pastors and other holy men, whose seduction they treat as a sort of a game. Though succubi are peaceful by nature, when forced to fight they will defend themselves fiercely. One should thus not be fooled by their fair appearance. Under their velvety skin of their arms lie muscles of iron, and a blow delivered with their rear, goat-like legs, or the thick horns on their head can easily crush bone. Okay, when and hybrid oil. Okay, let's see the boy.
Can't come in here. Not allowed in here.
I just want to talk to the boy.
Not allowed. It's not allowed.
He won't talk to you anyway. Gran don't like you. And Johnny's made up. And strangers steal kids.
Just got one question for you.
Don't be asking no questions. You're a stranger. Not allowed to talk to strangers.
Can we eat now? Soup with scratchings.
You hear? Says he's afeard of you. Stop scaring my kids.
Find a way to lure Granny away from the hut. Okay.
Why don't you want to talk about Johnny? One of you knows about him. The others must too.
It's just him who's pals with Johnny. They pick mushrooms and hunt snails. But Gran says Johnny's made up.
The boy who plays with Johnny, he must be brave.
Not brave, just stupid. Sat his bare bum on an anthill once. But yeah, he plays with Johnny. He don't listen to Gran and goes in the woods, and then he's got to have a time out. And eats snails. Yuck.
Does your Gran treat you right? She ever hurt you?
Never.
When we're bad, she cries.
She's scared. Says strangers might take us. And we'll disappear.
Have any of you ever seen Johnny?
Of course. Looks just like him.
Then why do you say he's made up?
Gran says so. And Gran knows lots.
The girl I mentioned is in danger. You gotta help me get your Gran away from the hut so I can talk to Johnny's friend.
All right. But you gotta do something for us too. Play hide and seek. Gran never does. Says her feet hurt.
Is there something else you need or want?
I want something sweet.
And me too.
Oh, fruits.
Give us a treat and we'll help you.
Here's some treats.
Yum.
Never eaten nothing like this before in my life. Gran! Gran! Bumblebee bit Yagner in the arse. Gran! Come!
Don't be afraid.
Don't know nothing.
I won't hurt you.
Where's Gran?
She's busy. Where are you and your friend's parents?
Dad Some starved, others were killed, like mine. One day, I went out at dawn to look for berries in the woods. Still some around back then. When I was coming home, I heard the yells, then laughing. Went up and hid in the bushes near the woods. My mum yelled, and the soldiers laughed. Laid my pa down by the barn door. His head clean off. And then my mum...
It's all right. That's enough. Why are you scared to talk?
I'm not scared of nothing.
You're all scared of something. Would have told me about Johnny otherwise.
I'm worried about Johnny. He don't come round no more. Once, when we was mushroom picking, I saw his burrow. But Gran yelled at me, said not to talk to strangers, 'cause then kids go missing. She worries about Johnny too, though she says he's made up.
I just want to talk to Johnny. He could know more than you.
Not gonna hurt him, right? 'Cause he's real. He's not made up.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
Johnny used to be by, 'cause Gran liked listening to his songs. When we was picking mushrooms, Johnny said he saw a girl with ashen hair in the swamp.
Where can I find Johnny?
There's a little meadow on the edge of the swamp. This strange tree grows there. Look around. You'll see him.
Thank you.
Water hag. One shot.
If Johnny's real, he must leave prints. Small footprint. Johnny's been through here. Tracks lead to a burrow. Wonder what's inside. Johnny? Don't be afraid. You're a bucka? A lutin? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not? kids from the clearing well? Don't be afraid. Not gonna hurt anyone. This where you live? Cozy burrow. Good location. Must know about everything that happens in the bog. Doesn't bother you having monsters for neighbors? What's wrong? Can't talk? Why? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow? Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess. Damn it. Stay close to me. This the place? Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back? Guess I gotta make this climb. Maybe he meant this bottle. Here.
Whiskey! Slither! Ringworm! Rubbish! Bumblebee! Flabbergasted! Ha! The sound of it! Peter Piper picked Prince Proximo a pack of pickled peppers by the pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favorite words! Life without savoring the sound of surreptitious shenanigans is like licking snails through a cloth. Thank you for this, noble whoever you are. Long be your life.
Hang on a minute. I helped you, now you help me.
Would you turn this beautiful act of altruism into a banal bartering of favors?
How'd you lose your voice?
One morning I awoke and opened my mouth for my usual bout of singing with the thrushes. Lo and behold, no sound escaped. I tried and tried, almost burst a blood vessel. Then I went to the village, because word has it the new cunning woman works miracles. But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sicked their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
Not a bit.
Well, I thought not. So it must be the Crones' doing. Who else would curse me? Blackbird friend of mine located my voice, but I was helpless to retrieve it.
Couldn't ask a raven friend to just give you the bottle?
Ravens serve the Crones. They don't help no one.
How do you lock someone's voice in a bottle? Just wondering.
As am I, especially as mine's a voice to crown all voices. Sometimes it's like a forest brook, at others like a roll of thunder. And let's be honest, I talk enough to fill 3 barrels or more.
Somebody used some powerful magic on you, as a prank or just to be mean. I'm looking for a young, ashen-haired woman. See anyone like that?
Did I ever? Remember it as if it were yesterday. Soon as I woke, I went to empty my bowels. My favourite part of the day. Defecating to the sunrise. Downright glorious. Suddenly, heard a bang. So loud it couldn't have been me. And that lass appeared. Out of nowhere. Young, ashen-haired. Just like you said. Wounded and panting to boot. She raced off towards the children's huts. Quick as if the Crones were after her. I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
What do you know about the Crones?
They're as old as this forest. Cruel, vindictive, not to be crossed.
What if someone does cross them?
Might take his voice, might take his life. Depends on their whim. They're nasty, although they care for this land and its folk in their own way. Supposedly they always keep their word, but you must be careful what you ask for. Won't find them until they want to be found. See them until they want to be seen. But remember, they see and hear all that happens in the mire.
I've been to the village in the swamp, met a woman who might have been a crone.
Did she seem confused to you?
Nuts, completely.
So I'm not crazy. That's no crone. That's the granny who takes care of the orphans. Claims the kids made me up. Me!
An orphanage in a swamp?
What do you have against swamps? Lived here my whole life, and I heartily recommend it.
She ran off toward the orphanage. Kids could know something, or the old woman who takes care of them.
Oh, that old hag don't speak to strangers, and you're a stranger.
Will she talk to you?
I have spoken to her, got my ways. So be it. You helped me, and I'm no bore. Come with me.
Watch out!
Winds howling.
Good. It's clear. Not a crone in sight. I need to sing to Gran. That ought to calm her. Little Johnny softly gazing, fire waning pale. Pop! A spark jumped out and whispered, "Listen, I'm
You got your voice back.
I did, though I seem to have lost an octave somewhere in the process. I shall look for it when I get home.
You're not allowed here, Johnny. You shouldn't have come.
Calm down, Gran. Don't get angry. It's not good for you.
The woman I asked about earlier.
Forgive me, Gran, but this fellow absolutely must talk to the ladies.
No, she's not allowed.
Please, it's important.
The fellow will be quiet. Gran, please hear me out. I found little Yagna when she got lost, did I not? Did I break Jenny's fever too? I did. I ask anything in return? No. Didn't even fuss about my stolen voice. Well, now I want something. Gran, help this fellow. Because otherwise he'll pester me day and night, even during potty time. His lass is missing. Perhaps the ladies can help find her, eh?
Well, since you put it that way, Johnny, I'll help him. Come with me. Johnny's a good lad, though the ladies don't like him. No, foul creature, they say. Don't like him.
Who are the women in the tapestry?
Those are the ladies. Ladies lovely, with power o'er all. Beseech I thee, answer my call. Before you a worm crawls, wretched and small.
How dare you disturb our rest, woman?
Someone speaking through you?
Good looking and clever, too. Where have you been hiding, boy?
I'm looking for the woman with ashen hair. I know you met her. Where is she?
Oh, he's impatient. Perhaps he only likes ashen-haired girls.
The young woman. She's my daughter by choice. I raised her.
If she's shapely, what does it matter?
Matters to me.
I believe we've hit a nerve. He's bubbling like well-fed yeast. Oh, that's how I like him.
It's clear you met her. Tell me everything.
That was blunt. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Tell me, have you got bollocks? Do you fear woodland beasts?
Oh, hard times are upon us, white-haired one. Brother has turned against brother. The land is soaked in blood. Evil reigns stronger than ever before.
A dark power has surfaced near Downwarren. It feeds on hatred and disdain. Destroy the beast, and we will be grateful. Tell you all we know about this ashen-haired maid.
Dark power? You need a knight-errant, or a witch hunter, not a witcher.
The Ealdorman of Downwarren will tell you all. Remember to collect payment from him after you complete your task. And now our servant will bring you the dagger.
A dagger? What for?
When the Alderman sees this dagger, he'll know we sent you. He'll aid with all.
I'll talk to the alderman, but I can't promise anything.
Move, woman. Give the young man the dagger.
And you, White One, return only once you've completed the task.
Aye, mistress, right. On me way. Dagger. Gotta bring the dagger. The dagger. For you. Lady told me to give it you. Here it is. The dagger.
Very fancy.
Place the Ealdorman's payment on the stone. Stone bear. Stone shear. Stone nose. Stone ears.
Oh, there's a trapdoor here. Which is not quite the devils you thought. A conviction has arisen amongst both mages and the hoi polloi that witches barely rise a hair's breadth above animals, that they are deformed and bloodthirsty mutants, and that in slacking this thirst they do not limit themselves to the fluids of monsters. Meanwhile, the research and observations of Virgil of Bannard paint an entirely different picture of the cast. Of course, it is an indisputable fact that the mutations witches undergo influence their temperament, immune system, strength and endurance, yet one cannot consider them unthinking beings, forged only for killing as a result. In fact, witches cultivate a unique culture, a specialized body of knowledge, an effective training system and even a code of honor. They know an incredible amount about effects of ingesting various organic and inorganic substances, and also a small amount, but nevertheless something about the fundamentals of magic, by which I mean the simple spells they call signs. On the surface, the witches appear to be a homogeneous, social entity, but in truth their fighting styles, training regimes, and world views differ significantly depending upon the school to which they adhere. The best known witches' schools on the continent are the School of the Wolf, the School of the Bear, the School of the Griffin, the School of the Viper, and the School of the Cat. My evening with a vampire. Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I met the vampire of which I write years ago, in an inn in Beauclair. He introduced himself to me as Regis, and said he was a barber and a medic. Since he looked in every aspect like a mortal man, I might never have even suspected his true nature. Had not a fire broken out shortly thereafter in the establishment in which we were residing, this Regis, if that truly was his name, stood completely untouched by the flames, whereas my own clothing quickly caught fire. The vampire carried me out of this burning inn, saving my life from certain death, then treated my numerous wounds. At first Regis refused to answer my query as to how he had miraculously survived the furnace-like temperatures inside the burning inn without so much of a scratch on his body or a hair singed on his head. Eventually, however, he must have sensed I was a man of the world, one who would not jump to hasty judgments based on appearance or species, and revealed his identity, along with a great number of highly interesting facts. According to Regis, not all vampires are alike. This vast family contains both mindless catechins, fledders, and echimaras, whom in form resemble overgrown bats far more than humans, as well as alps and bruxae, who look remarkably like commonly maids. In addition to these, there are even more powerful higher vampires, to which genus belonged my unexpected acquaintance. Not even a witcher can discern a higher vampire from a mortal man. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot be killed by pounding aspen stakes into their chests, nor by cutting off their heads, nor, as I can vouch for based on personal experience, by fire. They do not fear running water, garlic, or the symbols of any creed. It might be some consolation to learn a vampire's bite does not turn a human into one of their own number, and they do not in any way need our blood in order to survive. To kill them, it is merely a delicacy in which they indulge from time to time, like men do with fine wine. Regis asked me to keep his tale to myself, but now, as I lay on my deathbed, I feel that I must share this secret knowledge, even if it means breaking my word to this most noble individual. Okay. Gran, get out of the way, Gran. Jeez. Trying to loot this place. So there's a trapdoor here. What do we do if we go down? Ah.
Move it!
What do we got here?
Come on.
Some boys here. Bandits.
Don't let him catch his breath! Oh, you witch fucker!
We'll flail your skin off.
Oh, Roach got in the way of that one. Probably could have just set them alight. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Not even a chest. Oh, hang on, here it is. Pig hide. Oh, here we go.
Hey there. Greetings. Nice village.
Aye,
A real pearl of the swamps.
if you say so.
You get by all right?
Aye, winter to winter. Somehow we survive.
Recognize this dagger?
Aye, master. I didn't know you belonged to them.
Don't belong to anyone. Down to business. I want to get this done quickly.
Ah, so that's how it's to be.
I'm supposed to help solve your problem. Tell me what it is. Just the essentials.
The war awoke an ancient power.
An evil one that feeds on bloodshed. Nightmares haunt our nights and days. Folks sleepwalk from their homes, never to return. Under the tree on the Whispering Hillock they lie. Unburied all, fathers, sons, daughters and mothers. Folk are afeard to move them. You must go there. The dark powers must be cast off.
When did all this start?
3 years back. I remember 'twas a warm day. Went to check the snares for game. Pulled a hare from me trap. It grew dark all of a sudden, though it was nigh on noontime. Thought it was a storm at first. A squeal pierced the air, near burst me ears. The hair rotted in me hands, and the leaves shriveled and yellowed, though it were yet the start of summer. Times have been ill ever since. Folks' teeth turn black as charcoal. Womenfolk fight like polecats, bawling and brawling over nothing. The young'uns, born crippled, lame, fear and cursing. Long have we pled for the lady's help.
Need more details.
You must see for yourself. Me grand's mum whacked me crosswise for straying near the Whispering Hillock. But what happens there now's a wonder.
A few times folk from round here gathered to chop down the trees and burn the cursed soil back to use. None returned. The ground neath the weeds is white with human bones.
Ladies of the Wood don't know what this power is?
They know all. Old Thekla claimed they'd be punishing us. Folk stopped respecting them. Some even call them witches. But must not be they, for they sent you.
I'll look around the Whispering Hillock.
You be careful, Master Witcher. Don't ye treat this evil light.
Watch
I'm
it.
sorry about that.
Come on, Roach.
God damn it. Oh, the ruined tower here. Okay, let's go. Let's clean these boys out. Not a knife. Fast travel. Oh. Legendary Ursine Steel Sword. Superior.
Be gone. Come no closer. I know whence you come.
Okay, there's a cave entrance.
The powers that protect me, they sense whence you come.
Magic. A place of power.
Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! The powers will not relent.
Not good.
Werewolf. Fire.
Show yourself. I want to talk.
Be gone! Be gone! Be gone! Why have you come? Why spill this blood? Are you here to grant me death? Or is my freedom your wish?
Who are you?
I abandoned my circle, where I'd kept the balance. The Crones killed me, and cursed my ghost.
Never heard of a druid circle in Velen.
I wander eternally through a maze of vows, helplessly sliding over a sea.
Must know the Crones pretty well.
They are Velen's curse. They hear all through severed ears. They weave hair and twist lives. They take their strength from a broth of human flesh.
Why did they kill you?
The Crones want this land. They'd rule the wood alone. I stood in their way. I had to die.
I was attacked.
This is my prison. A fortress besieged. Murderers I await, and my forest protects me.
Murderers?
Murderous sisters. Killed my body. Now my soul they hunt, for I defy them.
You claim to be imprisoned. How so?
I am bound here, in fetters of magic. I wandered endlessly, a labyrinth of leaves. The children, I know all. I know what awaits them. Free me, please. I must help.
If something threatens the orphans, I'll help them myself.
The children have been taken. Free me, please. I can be a gale, a gallop unchained. I shall save them. Only I can.
Okay.
The Crones. What do you know about them?
The sisters are older than the oldest trees. Velen is their realm. All life here serves them. The sisters live concealed. You will not find them. They hear all. You cannot hide.
Why do you think the kids from the meadow are in danger?
The sisters took them. They shall not return.
Where'd they take them? I can help.
It is done already. It cannot be undone. There are no rules to Ard Serben. They shall all die. Let them be saved.
Last time I played this, I killed this guy. I was still able to get rid of the Crones. Not too sure if I should. I think I'll help this guy. We'll see what happens.
If you can save the orphans from the meadow, I'll help you.
I will find them. Free them. Open the door of my cage. Blood is my escape. A rite you must perform. With the black of raven feathers, the white of my bones, and the swift steed. A mare wild and free, in meadows pasture court. Dark as a bottomless well, black as the depths of night. Such a beast, no other. Gather these, and bring them here.
Where'll I find your remains?
My bones, they lie in a solitary mound, nearby, due west.
Why do we need a black horse?
The beast and I shall be as one. As when I lived, we shall be a gale. Nothing to stop us. A wild steed from meadows moist.
Got some raven feathers.
Find my remains and bring me a mount.
A wind-born steed, a black squall turned horse.
I'll gather what I need to free you, then return.
Gather and return to the hillock's depths, to the tree's rotten heart. Pierce my heart. Let blood flow to be born again. I must first be consumed.
What the heck?
Strange bones. Don't seem human to me. Damn it. Move it! Take it easy. Ready. We can start.
Let me fly, raven wings. Lay things amidst the feathers. Place all beneath my heart. My heart you must pierce, and bring the steed.
I'm gonna kill you, trick the being in the tree and destroy it. Start the ritual.
I offer raven feathers.
Once I was free, I shall be free once more.
I offer your remains.
Once I was flesh, I shall be flesh once more.
Oh.
Free the children.
I shall. A word once given must be honored.
Okay. I have no idea what I've done. Let's just hope that the spirit wanders around in the horse form and doesn't do anything bad. Oh, the Ealdorman's here.
Solved your problem. Just in case, though, avoid the Whispering Hillock for a while.
Cannot be. Where's something lurking there?
An evil spirit had possessed a tree on the hill. It was responsible for the killings.
How'd ye dispel this evil?
Didn't have to fight anything or anyone. You simply freed the spirit.
You did what? Freed the evil so it can prowl the world as it will?
Did what had to be done.
Yeah, and if it returns?
Ask the ladies of the wood to help. The Crones, or the ladies of the wood as you call them, said to remind you about payment. Take it you know what they want?
Aye, I do. Give me the dagger. Be back soon.
Oof.
There's payment. Take it to the ladies, will you?
What the hell was that?
'Tis our pact. You're a stranger, you don't know life here. It's honest pay for their protection.
So, all those ears in the woods.
Put it out your mind, master. You soon be leaving and we must tarry on, our young'uns and their young'uns after 'em. No gods nor masters watch over Velen. The land is no man's. He who wants to survive must seek his own protectors.
Oh wow.
Sheathe your weapon, young man.
He's even lovelier in real life.
In real life, you're different than you were in the tapestry.
Well, bring it here.
You can bring it, not ugly.
You disobeyed us once more.
We are forgiving creatures, but you allowed the children to escape.
They never wanted to flee. They liked it here. They played.
Your punishment must be harsh. Now silence! We must speak to the white-haired one.
I know that mark. This is Anna, the wife of the Baron of Crow's Perch.
She belongs to no man.
A fruit ripened in her womb. A fruit sprouted from seeds sown by a man she detested.
We helped her. She agreed to serve.
She bears the mark. She is ours. Come. It is another woman who interests you. Speak, white-haired one.
You used me to tame the Whispering Hillock. A lot of work.
Nought's free, brave soul.
Did you destroy the evil powers? Have you brought peace to our domain?
I freed the spirit trapped in the tree.
Hear that, sisters?
Traitor!
She took the children. 'Twas her.
We made a deal. I was supposed to help the villagers. I held up my end of the bargain. They're safe now.
So, a mockery you chose to outwit.
Whose spirit was trapped in the tree?
That of one who once cheated death. You freed an ancient power.
It will rise again. Elsewhere, beyond our reach, blood will flow once more.
What foolish things men sometimes do.
You looked different in the tapestry.
We're all dressed up just for you.
If you only knew how much time we spent in front of the glass.
Do you desire us?
You know why I'm here. You know what I want.
You shall dream of us and return for what you reject. They always come back.
Our deal. I did my part, now you do yours.
A word once given, we never break.
The girl. Mousy blonde. That's what they call it.
Thin as a rail, terrified, exhausted. She could barely stand, the poor thing.
We cared for her as best we could.
Like she was our own daughter.
Wasted affection. She proved a very naughty girl.
Mischievous, stubborn, and selfish.
The young woman I seek never hurt anyone without cause.
You've not seen her long. She's changed for the worse.
Why'd she attack you?
She's no longer the girl you once knew. Wrath consumes her.
Don't believe you. They say you always keep your word, so tell me everything, exactly as it happened.
We shall tell you, brave boy. We knew someone supposed to arrive. We read beast entrails, saw the omens.
We would glimpse her likeness, a mirage in a puddle.
She came from the lower swamp. We knew not at first it was her the omens had spoken of.
A child of the elder blood, the soul seed that would burst into flame.
She fell into our hands.
Elder blood!
The blood of the traitress. Does she sleep?
Like a lamb.
Come, sisters, no point in dawdling. The table's set. The cauldron bubbles.
We cannot! You know she is meant for him!
Imlerith will get her. He will, but not whole.
Well said. We'll just have a sample.
I'll take her feet. Lovely. Plump. Perfect for a broth.
Oh, I can taste it already. Very well. Get on with it.
Oh, you'll regret that, girl. Regret it dearly.
Come back. Come back. Come back.
Oh, okay. This could be challenging. Oh my god. Damn it. Okay, so she doesn't dodge.
Yes, come. Do we just have to run? Is that what the... Is that what we need to do? That's all we need to do. Too easy.
tried to kill her. Tried to butcher her like an animal and eat her.
Her blood. The taste brought back memories of our youth.
Elder blood. Extraordinary girl. But you know that. Such a shame she fled.
You tried to kill her. Can't forgive you for that.
Waste of words.
Our fates are bound true. But now is not the time for that to bear fruit.
Now you shall chase shadows and wander midst fog.
Each time you see her, she will be a mirage.
And if you find her, the girl will die.
Be seeing you, handsome knight.
Very slowly.
Okay. I'm not sure if releasing that spirit from the tree was a good idea. Worked out pretty well last time I did it. Well, I killed it. This one seems to be a bit different. Lots of bestiary had Chimaras, relics, crones, and godlings. Qwent, relic oil, yep. Elgul's, Axie, okay. I think what we'll do is we might go to Oxenfurt next. Once we've done the actually we'll go do the contract and I'll finish up there, and then after that we'll go to a tower full of mice and we'll help Kira. Then we'll go back to Rose Perch. Actually no, we won't. We will go to Oxenfurt over here. Yep. Okay. So let's check the contract out.
What now, you piece of filth?
Oi, master! You stay clear of that fog if you value your life. Careful, sir. A monster prowls the bog. Enter the mist and you'll never see home again.
This monster, tell me more.
Only seen it once myself, and that from afar and past dusk. Thought it were a man at first. Then it turned, and I saw eyes burning like coals and a jaw full of fangs, one next to the other.
Humanoid? Nocturnal? First attack. Remember when it happened?
A week passed, near about. It was then Boren vanished. Merrick and Tummil went looking for him, didn't come back either, them two. I were afeard. Now none dare venture into the bog. Camp stands deserted, and the peat there, master, it's the best sort. Black as pitch and oily. Good for fuel and...
Fascinating, but staying with the topic at hand. Assume you put up the notice in Downwarren.
Aye, 'twere me. Good to know someone reads 'em. Paid a scribe a dozen eggs to write it up.
I can help, for a fee.
Course! Why, even an ox don't pull a plough for free.
Afraid I'll need more than an ox needs. How much are you willing to pay exactly?
Oh, Master, you value your services dear. But so be it. I'll agree to that.
All right, time I got to work. Where'll I find this monster?
Start south of here, but beware. Bad, poxy air hangs o'er the marsh. Stings your eyes, claws at your throat. Claws so hard ye could choke.
Okay. Where is it? Don't know why it's telling us to go over that way. There's a hut over here too.
Oh, ordinary fog this. The odor. Metallic almost. Now in his eye. Ought to use it.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even have time to pull out his weapon. Monster must have been concealed. Surprised him.
Over here.
Corpse is decomposed almost completely. Guess I'm dealing with an old foglet, hiding behind an illusion. Someone placed an illusion here.
Doesn't seem to be much down here. Multiple ways into there, by the way. Okay, decoctions have run out.
Any tidings?
Monster's dead. Fog's dispersed.
Ha! Village folk will be content. Give 'em cause to celebrate. Well, you've earned your reward. Take it, and fare you well.
Hang on a minute. This is less than we agreed.
Master Witcher, that beast, it kept me from gathering peat. And I'd still me family to feed. But a few crowns left now, and I've yet to buy new tools. Show some mercy. I'll pay ye, I will. Pay ye twice the fee, but in a week's time, once I've made up some of me losses.
Sure.
Fine, so be it. But you remember that I'll remember. You won't get out of paying this.
Thank ye, Witcher. Thank ye kindly, my lord. Melitele bless ye. May ye be fruitful and...
Get to work. You've only got a week.
There's a loot. What do you got here is... Okay. I think that's it for this episode. I will continue the next one tomorrow. Catch you then.